before business. I have a date with my 10-year-old grandson.
Okay. Have fun.
All right. Well, Father, first of all, I want to thank you for these public servants who often, without thanks and without recognition, serve their community, and ask that you'll give them a sense of satisfaction in the work that they do for us. We pray that tonight you will grant them every virtue they need to lead well. Integrity, patience, courage of conviction, openness to others' perspectives, teachability, and everything that would help them serve well the people of Winthrop Harbor. We ask that you'll bless their work. We commit it to you and trust that the result will be that this village will be a happier, safer, healthier, more prosperous place to live for everybody who calls it home. Thank you for listening and for what you're going to do through these your servants. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item, I need a motion to approve the August 17th, 2021 regular board meeting minutes.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion on the minutes? Roll call, please.
Target,
Pass.
Levin,
Pass.
Mirabella,
Aye.
McCarthy,
Aye.
White,
Pass.
Whitmore. Aye. Bruno,
Aye. Motion carried. Move on to mayor's report. I would like to ask Robert Jones to please come up to the front. Okay, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
Robert Jones,
Having been appointed
having been appointed
a police officer for the village of Winthrop Harbor
a police officer for the village of Winthrop Harbor
in Lake County, Illinois,
in Lake County, Illinois,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
of America
of America
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of a patrol officer
the duties of a patrol officer
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Folks, Robert Jones comes from a long family tradition of law enforcement. His father was the chief of police of Gurnee and retired. Rob started his law enforcement career with Glenview Police, worked there for about 6 years. Left and switched his focus to the civilian security business for a number of years, about 4 years, if I'm correct. Decided that he wanted to try his head again here in law enforcement. Came to us in March of this year. Worked for us part-time and proved himself worthy enough and showed a great interest in working for us full-time and dedicating the rest of his career to the village of Winthrop Harbor. And today, you see, he's now sworn in as a full-time police officer with us and will be assigned to third shift at the time? For the time being, third shift, yeah. Good. So, we're very proud to have him. He comes with a great set of skills. I've worked with him on a few calls myself as a supervisor, and was very impressed with the way he handled himself in a number of different calls, rescue calls, domestics and such. And we're happy to have him. I'm glad to work with you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for coming. And that's it, folks.
I would ask John Lewis. Come up front, John. Please raise your right hand, repeat after me.
I,
John Lewis,
John Lewis,
having been appointed to the office of Deputy Fire Chief
having been appointed to the office of Deputy Chief
in the village of Winthrop Harbor,
in the village of Winthrop Harbor,
in the county of Lake,
in the county of Lake,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the ordinances of the village of Winthrop Harbor,
and the ordinances of the village of Winthrop Harbor,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
of Deputy Chief
of Deputy Chief
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
John comes to us from Zion, where he put a 30-year career in, moved through the ranks, and retired as a fire chief, and he lives here in the village, and the opportunity came for John to help us out here at our part-time fire department and on a part-time basis. And the value he's gonna bring to the village and to the fire department is exponential, and I have a lot to learn from him, and looking forward to having progress with him and helping the fire department out. His wife's here, if you wanna come put on his badge. You know, or you can. We know where the ambulance is at. All right. Thank you.
I need a motion to adopt resolution appointing Deputy Fire Chief John Lewis.
So moved.
Any discussion? I have one thing. Chief Campanella, John Lewis was your boss, now you're his boss. Any problem with that?
He doesn't have a problem with
Well, we could say the both about Bill Beecham and John Lewis, both mentors, and now I get to tell them what to do. No.
I want to say that when I became mayor, we had a class, I guess you could say, with, in Zion regarding catastrophic things. I don't remember what it was called.
It was NIMS.
Nimitz, that's right. And John ran it, organized it, put it together, and it was very well, a very good class, and I learned a lot. And I think you're gonna do real well here, John.
Thank you. That's where I got my start.
Yep, I know. Thank you. Everything's full circle.
Everything is full circle.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, I need a motion. Oh, I got a second. And now I need a roll call.
Yeah.
I think it says Matt.
Levin. Mirabella.
Aye.
McCarthy.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye.
All right, motion carried. We move on. A couple other things I want to bring up under Mayor's report. I would like to thank Peter Brush with Edward Jones for the 7th Street Music Series on Thursdays during the month of August. Peter coordinates everything, and the event was a great success. I know Public Works actually sets up the tables and the barriers and stuff, and I know Scott provides the chairs for this event, but it was actually Peter Rush that pretty much makes sure they have the performers there, and it was outstanding. I actually saw a couple of videos from Gibby on Facebook, and it was well attended by a lot of people. So thank you, Peter Brush. Second item, the HARPA funds. Now, what is HARPA? Stands for American Rescue Plan Act. We received our first check, which was for $449,000, and we'll get our second check sometime in September 2022 for another $449,000. This is a federal grant. It's allowed only for 4 uses. Now, out of those 4 uses, there's really only 2 that are applicable for Winthrop Harbor. And one of them is impact fees for small businesses and non-for-profits, and tourism, travel, and hospitality. And the other item is invest in our sewer and water infrastructure. We are going to be setting up a vision session to discuss this at probably a date coming up here, you know, in the near future. Just wanted to let everyone know, the money needs to be spent by April, or by 2024. So we'll have something, we'll be able to figure out what to do, once we have the vision session, what we're gonna do with the money, so.
What's our deadline for submitting the plan?
I'm sorry?
There's a deadline for submitting the plan of what we intend to do
Right.
with the funds. Is that December?
No, the initial plan is due at the end of October, and then they want a more detailed plan by the end of December. But even that, appears to be somewhat mutable. They understand that they rolled this money out quickly. They wanna get it, it's a stimulus package, but they wanna get it out circulating in the economy quickly.
Okay, thank you. Third item, this Thursday, I will be attending the Kiwanis Club of Zion Benton, annual Lee J. Fisher Police and Firefighter Recognition. We have a firefighter and a police officer in the Village of Winter Harbor will be recognized. The event's at the Zion Benton Moose Family Center, 5 p.m. social, 6 p.m. opening comments, introduction, firefighter and police honors, and the dinner follows the awards. So I just want to let everybody know I'll be going to that. And the last item, regarding our village administrator position, we've started compiling the resumes for the 6 applicants. One being our interim village administrator, Robert Long. Putting together the interview team, and once in place, we'll call each of the board members and indicate how we are proceeding. And that's all I have. Move on to village administrator's report.
Thank you, Mayor. It's been a busy month, mostly about finances, and rather than bore you about that, because it would be long and detailed, frankly. What I'd like to do tonight is, if we can, work on our calendars. Mine just turned itself off, that's the nature of calendars. But I've been trying to set up this vision session for some Saturdays, and we haven't been able to find really a way to make it work. So what I would suggest is that we proceed with 3 committee meeting nights, and then one Saturday to wrap up. On committee meeting nights, they'd be generally for the idea that staff members would be presenting and giving you things to think about. And then the Saturday session that follows it would be the wrap up where you guys get to integrate your thoughts, talk with each other, and tell us really what it is you want, the direction you want the village to go, and to kind of give us some thoughts about how you want to see it happen, and then we'll give you our ideas about, I'm sure we'll tell you whether or not we think they're somewhat realistic or pie in the sky, but we'll do our best to try to integrate those into a final work product and have a document to follow going forward. As you know, a lot of our codes were adopted, a long time ago. Many of them are really good codes, were well written back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Some of them probably need to be updated and thought about, so there's a new world out there. So what I would suggest, if we could do it, is the next couple of Tuesdays. So we've got the 28th of September, the 5th, the 12th of October is a planning and zoning board day, and the 19th of October is also a village board day. So maybe the 28th, the 5th, and maybe the 7th and the 13th to try to get those, or excuse me, 28th, 5th, and 7th. That's where I was trying to get to. I added an extra one in there. I think we only need 3, and then we can follow that up with a Saturday, perhaps the 23rd, if everybody's available by that point in time. Does that work for everyone?
October 23rd? Yeah.
That would be the Saturday if we can do that, yeah.
Yeah, looks good for me. 5, 7, and 20.
I don't know about for me, honestly, so I got home.
The 28th,
Sorry, but that's how it works.
the 5th, the 7th, and the 23rd. Okay, So the 28th, 5th, and 7th would be at 7 o'clock here. The 23rd, we'll figure out what we're gonna do and where, and when, once we get a little closer to that date, okay? And that way, if we have to move it, we can do that.
Okay, great.
That's what I have, so thank you, Mayor.
All right, we move on to clerk's correspondence. Move on to old business, there is nothing on the agenda. So new business, committee reports, administration and community development committee, trustee Hargit.
Make a motion to approve accounts payable warrant 2021-6 in the amount of $418,000, $484,085.
Okay, got a motion, a second, discussion. I just want to let everyone know, I went through that, and, it's a lot of money, $418,000. But out of that, 3 of them are loan payments. One was 911 system, which is $54,128. Capital projects is $126,612. And the sewer truck is $45,595, which comes out to $226,335. If we deduct that off of the $418,000, it's only $192,149. For transparency, I just want to let everyone know that might be watching this video that once these loans are paid up, and most of them are going to be paid up by the year 2025, we won't be in debt. I mean, at least we won't have loans to pay. But just want to let everyone know that the majority of this warrant is loans, which is true for the month of July, August, and part of September. So, and that's all I have. I just wanted to bring that up. Anybody else have anything? Okay, roll call, please.
Target,
Aye.
Levin.
Aye.
Mirabella.
Aye.
McCarthy.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye.
Motion carried.
Make a motion to approve a resolution designating the auditing official and establishing procedures for whistleblower complaints as presented.
Second.
Any discussion?
This is in response to a state update.
Right.
So we're just assigning, in this case, our village administrator.
Awesome. All right. Any other discussion on that? Roll call, please.
Target,
Aye.
Levin.
Aye.
Mirabella.
Aye.
McCarthy.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you, trustee Hargis. Move on to Public Safety Committee, trustee McCarthy.
Okay, first I'd like to make a motion to waive the first and second reading, of the ordinance amending section 133.01 of the municipal code of Winthrop Harbor, as presented. Do we need a whole reading of the ordinance amending it?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. So basically, yeah, as presented in the packet, it's outdated and ordinance that doesn't really make sense, and, you know, someone had requested that we address it, and we have.
For the public, can you speak to what the?
Just, yeah, it is a, ordinance, outlawing cross-dressing within the village limits. As mentioned, it's outdated, it's never really been enforced, it's not really enforceable, and it, does present a basic civil rights issue. So it makes sense to get rid of it.
Okay. Any other comments? Okay. Roll call, please.
Target,
Aye.
Levin.
Aye.
Mirabella.
Aye.
McCarthy.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
And Whitmore. Aye.
Motion carried.
All right, and then, I make a motion, that we adopt a resolution setting ambulance fees.
Need a second?
Second.
All right. Discussion on that.
Just, did you have anything to speak to with that? I mean, it's written, basically, we're bringing the ambulance fees, up to current with what our neighbors, are doing.
And this is for insurance billing.
Yeah, so basically, it's what the insurance is paying. And then, we've also talked about, you know, having methods to ensure that if there is hardship, if people come and we can, make exceptions to that. But yeah, it's basically what we end up billing the insurance.
If you look at the majority of the calls too, they come from certain areas too. It's been a long time that we were gonna do this. We didn't feel the need because we didn't wanna impact people in town, elderly and people that couldn't, but we get a lot of calls from certain areas, and it's about time that we're just trying to recoup what we do, and it's a way to do that, so.
Good. Anything, Chief?
No, it's been, a while since they've been raised to the comparable rates. And, with things we wanna do with the fire department, I think this will really help the future. And it's not coming directly out of the taxpayers' wallets, it's coming from their insurance companies.
Okay, thank you. All right. Roll call?
Target,
Aye.
Levin.
Aye.
Mirabella.
Aye.
McCarthy.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye.
Motion carried.
I make a motion that we, approve recommendation to terminate, the contract with Andres and enter a new agreement with Paramedic Billing Services, effective November 1st, 2021, which would be our billing system that we've been using, sorry.
We need a second.
Yeah, give a second.
Second.
All right.
So the billing system, it's a better deal, a better rate, that they can provide for us for our billing services. Did you have anything to add?
Correct, the current provider, Andres, is 7%, and we can get probably 5.25% at least, and they're willing to negotiate with us more after we sign with them. And they provide a couple other services that we could probably use with the purchase of an ambulance down the road if we want, through this company. They're a co-company of Metro, who does our staffing for our full-time medics.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sister company. And Andres, I can't complain too much about them, but they just wouldn't come down in their rates, and every percentage point helps, so.
I appreciate the chief's work in, looking into this, as well as the ambulance rates, looking to find, how we can, address, these are, drops in the bucket, but the drops add up, and help us, significantly. So I appreciate the work he's done of that, and he really spent a good amount of time with myself and trustee Weiss, talking about this and explaining what he's been looking into. So really appreciate all the work he's been doing to help with this.
It's gonna be a win-win for the village. Thank you. All right, roll call?
Target,
Aye.
Levin.
Aye.
Mirabella.
Aye.
McCarthy.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye.
Motion carried.
I make a motion to ratify the retainer with Addison, Denolfo, Hasenbaum, and Castaldo Limited for fire department lawsuit defense.
Second.
You pronounce those very good.
Yeah, I didn't know if that's a real law firm, or if that's his, custom.
That's tough. Okay. Any discussion on that? Okay. No.
Unless there are any questions.
Yeah. Okay, roll call, please.
Target,
Aye.
Levin.
Aye.
Mirabella.
Aye.
McCarthy.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye.
Motion carried.
Make a motion to accept the notice of state board for a grant from IDOT for the 2021-22 STEP grant. We're up to $24,673, I'm guessing in 20 cents in wage reimbursement?
12 cents. I
12
noticed
cents, 12 cents, okay, sorry.
I didn't do it.
I wasn't.
I did it in the title.
It's 12 cents.
12 cents.
Point two, whatever.
So $24,673 in wage reimbursement.
Okay, discussion on that. All right, roll call?
Target,
Aye.
Levin.
Aye.
Mirabella.
Aye.
McCarthy.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye.
Motion carried.
And finally, make a motion to approve a memorandum of understanding with Flock Group for access to the Flock services.
Second.
Discussion. I had to look this up.
Yeah.
I didn't know what block service was.
Costs us nothing, so, but
Yeah.
gives us access to these services.
Mr. Sheedy, do we presently have this, or is this a new?
We do not. So our neighboring community, Zion, has just installed about 24 cameras throughout their jurisdiction.
Okay,
This, by part of the agreement when the company comes in and installs license plate reader cameras, the jurisdiction agrees to share that information with other customers. So through this memorandum, we can get access to that data. For example, we had a theft last week, happened in the middle of the night. We don't know if the offending vehicle went north or south on Sherman Road. if they had gone south through Zion, we'd be able to pull all the license plates that went down Charter Road during a certain time and be able to narrow down on targets for investigation. So it's a new technology in the area. It's something that we're interested in looking at and seeing if it can benefit, our investigations. And it is something that we could look at installing here in Winter Harbor at some point in the future based on that information.
Now, they install cameras along the roadways.
Correct. Yeah, the
Interesting.
cameras just simply read license plate numbers
Okay.
and log that information.
Interesting.
So is there anything we give, like we're giving in return for this?
No.
So is it basically kind of we're there, ask us to use it, and then the long term, there's some benefit they'll get out of it? I'm not sure, kind of what they
know
get.
what type of, where you live, who's coming where, it's just like a tracking device like they do with our phones, our credit cards, anything else we use. It's a way for them to know who comes and does what, who's spending money here, where our cars coming from, where do people go to work from? Do they come from Wisconsin to go this way? It's just it's like the stores used to do when you went in there and used your credit card and then they sell your information.
So they're getting data collection out of it?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Okay, so that's what I'm asking, because obviously there's some sort of, they have to be making money somehow doing that, so that's the trade-off.
So the company that installs the cameras charges $2,500 per camera per year to the jurisdiction that has them. So in this case, Zion is paying that on all their cameras. But by entering this MOU, other agencies can get access to that data at no cost.
So the cameras that they install in our village, are we gonna be paying for those?
If we were to do that in the future, at this point, we don't see a reason to do that.
Okay.
So we're not getting access, we're not getting the cameras here, we're getting
Correct.
access to the
We're
information.
just getting access to the
So if
software.
someone is traveling from here into Zion or something
Yeah.
like that,
Got
then
it.
we need to be able to track that, and that,
Yeah, it gives us an opportunity, like I said, with the theft that we had the other night.
okay,
See if any vehicle travels out of the jurisdiction, we can request that data,
okay,
and then it'll give us a list of plates.
okay, that,
Now, does Zion have it, do they have it to the north?
Pleasant Prairie does not, Kenosha does.
Okay.
And this is purely their own cameras that they install. This isn't accessing ring cameras or those
No.
things.
No.
Purely flock
Yeah.
cameras.
Yes, correct.
Wow, cool technology.
Yeah.
What do they think of next? All right, any other questions? All right, roll call.
Target,
Aye.
Levin, Mirabella.
Aye.
McCarthy.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you, trustee McCarthy, and thank you, Mike Sheedy. We'll move on to the Public Works and Parks Committee, trustee Mirabella.
So I'd like to make a motion for the approval of an intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Winter Harbor and the Illinois Department of Transportation for maintenance of traffic signals on state highways.
Second.
Any discussion on that?
It's just they maintain
Yeah.
the red
Every
lights
year.
for us.
Okay. All right, roll call, please.
Target,
Aye.
Levin. Mirabella. McCarthy.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye.
Motion carried. Move on to public comments. We just, if you'd like to address the board, come up to the podium and state your name and your address. All right.
First time in a long time.
All right, so we move on to unfinished business. I had my pad waiting just in case someone came up, so. So we move on to unfinished business. I'll start down with trustee Mirabella.
All right, so, Tim's left us a few things that we're doing with Public Works, so, Comments has begun their project to replace all the street lighting fixtures to LED, which would be.
That they own, I didn't put that on.
Yes, that's-
Only the ones that they own.
Not like subdivision ones we own, or the different lights that we have to maintain.
You say you're gonna be replacing them?
They have started that project.
Yeah, they look great, the ones they put in.
They have started, they were actually in the park today, replacing
Now,
the five poles that ComEd owns in the park.
okay,
And then they've been around the community, that they're working their way around,
just a comment poll.
just the ComEd poles.
And how many polls typically is ComEd in the
They
village?
own 400 or so.
Okay,
By the way, I don't know if you know this, but ComEd and AT&T own those poles. They share the cost of those poles. I found out when the two poles got snapped on Fifth Street, the supervisor said, well, it's AT&T's responsibility to pull the old pole out.
Right.
So, but they did replace those lights.
They're power poles, they're not telephone poles. If you ask any electrician, they're power poles, they're not telephone poles.
Yeah.
Because ours is on the top.
So, the 400 they're gonna do, and then
We have, I don't remember the exact number, 200 or so that we
we plan to
own.
do those at some point, or
Pardon me?
we're gonna plan to do those at some point?
I have the plans ready to go as long as you got the money to get
Yes.
We are absolutely ready.
Just asking.
Yep, no, absolutely. It's a good project. We got a grant, you know, a few years ago, if you remember, and completed all of the Pine subdivision,
Right.
you know? So we're ready to do it, and I think that's gonna be the best option,
Yeah.
you know?
ARPA funds?
No, water and sewer.
I know, just, hey.
We have a lot of water and sewer that
Yeah, I know.
$800,000 could go.
Yeah, okay, very good. Anything else, trustee?
Next item, the 2021 road project, that we are doing should start in a couple weeks. 2021 patching program should start next week, and we've discussed this in earlier meetings. We got certain areas, and we've listed it, what we're doing, and what we can afford to do. Tim's favorite thing, brush pickup, starts pretty soon in the month of October. Mind you, I hope all the village people are patient. We are down 2 guys. It's gonna take quite a bit out of them. It's gonna take more than 1 day, so
It's gonna take 3 or 4 days every week of
It's gonna
October.
take quite a while.
So we'll have 1 or 2 days to do anything else.
But I like it, I know my guys don't like it, but I like it. I think it's a good thing for the village. I know it takes out of our time to do more important things, but I think the branch pickup is sometimes important. Because when I used to live out where I live, it wasn't so important to me. Now it is, because I'm in more of a tighter area, and it's just harder to legally, you're not burning leaves, but if you try to burn limbs, you only have a fire so big, you've gotta I mean, it just makes it harder for people to dispose of. I get, you could pay to get it done, but I think it's a nice thing.
Well,
There it is.
the answer to this is probably no because of liability, but is there any interest or ability to ask for volunteers in the community that have pickups to haul branches to Public Works to?
You couldn't do it with our
vehicles.
vehicles.
Time allowed?
I mean, if they haul them out there, let's say that's the policy that you wanted to set, if they haul them out there, it's still gonna take us 2 or 3 days to chip it all. You know, it's the same amount that we have to chip.
Sure.
You know?
You can just control when it happens then.
It's just mobile, where it would be the same amount of time, because
Right.
the time it takes for them to drive to one spot to the other isn't that much. It's when they gotta stop, pick it up, which they would be doing.
When you're spending 24 hours a week out of a 40-hour work week, 3 days, you know, it is what it is, you know, and that's where the patience is gonna have to come in.
Yeah.
If we wanna continue this program,
Yeah.
it's the reality, it's the unfortunate reality that we're only gonna have 1 or 2 days to do anything else in the month of October. And that includes, you know, the water routes, water service requests, you know, that we get, like you see, 30-something a month. You know,
Also, you won't allow for any water main breaks next month.
Don't say that.
I'm not saying that. You know, but that's just where the unfortunate part's gonna be. Being this many guys down, the staff just isn't there.
And we're gonna get to that effect. I've had discussions with the mayor, so as soon as we solve our village administrator problem, we are going to replace the person, if not sooner, and we're gonna try to get that second person replaced. I know it's tough, but everybody's been doing their part, and I kinda get that we're working at that, so. Takes a community to make something happen, and we're doing pretty good over there. I know the guys are tired, but they've been doing a great job for the limited amount of resources we have.
Right.
Thank God it's not plow season. That's when we'll really see if this winter's gonna be as bad as they say. So moving on, just a little bit, Alana will probably expand more on stuff, but fall ball for the, parks, fall ball started, the kids are playing fall ball. Sure, basketball signups are gonna start soon. We got a trick or treating event coming up, hope people can attend that. Strive safe, people are in school, school season has started full board, we're back in school, I love it. hopefully we have no more shutdowns. That's all I got.
I have a couple questions for Tim. Applications for your guy, I mean, how many? have
We've
you got?
reviewed the applications, we've set up the first stage of interviews for this week.
Okay.
And, hopefully, I think, Bob, the timeline was next week to do the second interview, and hopefully have an offer ready to go right away. We're trying to move this as fast as we can.
Right.
You know, to get at least one guy in. But move along, we didn't get as many applications as we thought we would.
Okay.
Got 8, 6 qualified,
Okay.
you know, so.
Okay. Awesome. And then, J.R. Port Thompson and Landon?
Happy to say, we're getting ready.
Be with
Mayor
you the
just
next
signed a
couple of
contract, yep, we just signed a contract with Chicagoland Paving.
Right.
Set up our pre-con meeting, we've already started marking out the curbs that have to be replaced out there and on Landon. We can't forget Landon, we got 2 blocks doing over there.
Right.
But we are gonna get that, we're actually gonna finally see construction begin here in the next few weeks.
Awesome.
Thank God.
Yep.
It definitely needs it.
The goal was September 1st and by Halloween, so.
Yeah, we're still on target to finish by Halloween. So, you know, by the time we get all those pedestrians in the street for Halloween, we should be good to go and done.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, trustee Levin.
All I got is congratulations to Deputy Chief Lewis, glad to see him back.
Yep.
And, congratulations to Officer Jones.
Okay. Thank you. Trustee White.
Thank you. Congratulations to Deputy Chief Lewis. It's a great asset to have, that experience to come into Winthrop Harbor. Also, I want to thank Tim and the Public Works. We had a power outage August 30th where a huge limb brought down the utilities on the lines on the power poles. And I guess he had an on-call person.
Pardon me?
Had to drive the end loader to help remove part of that huge branch that came down and took the power poles, and he did a fantastic job after comment, cut it up. And then a day or two later, Public Works came and cleaned up all those branches. Those 3 guys, I tell you, they did a phenomenal job. And I knew you were down one guy at the time, and I said, you know, and I tell the other people, I said, you know, with the amount of people that they have, only 3, and then you've got this whole territory to take care of, they do a phenomenal job with the staff that they have and what they got to do.
They
So,
do a
thank
good
you,
job.
Tim, and,
They do a good job.
you know, and give thanks to the staff for that, because
For sure.
they did a phenomenal job that day, so.
I'll pass it
Thank
on.
you.
Thank you.
That's it.
All right, thank you, trustee White. Trustee Hargit.
Nothing.
Trustee McCarthy.
So first, I want to make sure we mention the blood drive this Saturday, September 25th. What are the times on it?
8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
So 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., so anyone that can give and spread the word, you know, let people know if there's any, say that again?
We've only got 7 people signed up, and we need like 25, so anybody willing,
John
able, please come by.
So, yeah, you know, so if you can make it, or just, you know, spread the word, let people know if you're at any other meetings or gatherings this week, you know, help them out and spread the word, about that. Congratulations to Officer Jones, congrats to Deputy Chief, Lewis, and just again, thank you to Chief Campanella. I mean, we've always had, great fire chiefs here in Winthrop Harbor, but, I just really appreciate the initiative Chief Campanella's been taking in a lot of different things. You know, it's a lot of changes going on with, the department, which is good, you know, but it's not always easy, you know, and I just really appreciate, the work he's been putting in and just, the way he's looped in, myself and trustee Weiss and everything, you know, and reached out and, just really appreciate what he's been bringing to the role, so thank you. Including bringing on, the deputy chief. You know, I know he looked at it, you know, as a great asset, you know, both to him and to the village, and we're so glad that you were willing, to do that, so.
I wouldn't say I was willing.
Well, word you accepted.
You didn't say you won't.
Yeah.
I didn't say I won't.
That's all that matters, Ted.
So, and just appreciate, you know, the support you're gonna bring, to, Chief Campanella and to the department. That's it?
All right, thank you, trustee McCarthy. Trustee Whitmore.
Yes, congratulations, Deputy Chief Lewis and Officer Jones. I did have a question. I didn't see anything for vaccine mandates regarding village employees. Do we have any,
I'm sorry.
do we have any information regarding vaccine mandates on village employees?
We are a unit of local government, we're bound by the governor's orders.
Okay, yeah. And then also another question, I did try to reach out to you a couple of times, Mayor Bruno, via phone and email, just for the sake of transparency. I was wondering if we are paying, Bob Wong as interim, village administrator.
He's getting $8,333 a month.
And is that?
It's a 30, 60, 90-day, actually probably be a little over 90-day appointment.
Okay, is that the same that we were paying, Mr. Jackson as well? Okay.
So he won't get the whole salary, he's only get $8,000 a month.
Right, okay. And then, you know, we do, as, they mentioned earlier, that we do have fall ball coming up. We also have our annual trunk or treat, along with a costume contest. And this year, we are gonna do something new. We're gonna do a haunted trail, where people can sign up for 25 feet sections around the pond over at 38 acres. And you can decorate this 25-foot section, to kind of do more of like a haunted, just because we don't do the haunted house anymore. So we'll go ahead and do a haunted trail instead.
Okay,
That's all I have.
thank you. One other thing was regarding the blood drive. I've given 10 of those sheets away. What I'm doing in my practice, anybody comes back with a signed sheet, I give them $5 off in the next visit, so. I don't know, I gave out 10, so you only got 7, so hopefully they show up or call.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody realizes to make a reservation, but walk-ins are welcome as well.
Right, okay, good. I'm gonna give them all out, give me 25, so. Okay, that's all I have. Need a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Gotta make a motion.
All right, roll call please.
Harriet?
Aye.
Levin?
Aye.
Mirabella?
Aye.
McCarthy?
Aye.
White?
Aye.
Whitmore? Aye.
Meeting adjourned.